Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Kodash. I want to give double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, and salutations and much love to the rest of you sincere Aki and pushing the word and truth and sincerity. This is the cleric Izar. I'm coming at you with another lesson. I am continuing in my lot to bring you my ongoing series from Excerpts of Hollywood, This Factory of Perverseness. Another observation of predictive programming, how art imitates life and vice versa. Just a reminder, the purpose of my videos is to show correlations. A correlation is an observation of a mutual relationship or connection between two or more things. I use movies to extract or extrapolate a narrative. I'm not glorifying the Hollywood culture or life. I have a wide knowledge of films, whether they be foreign or domestic. And I just use them as an example to bring out those similarities and those correlations. To quote Cecil B. DeMille, the greatest source of material for motion pictures is the Bible. I call this lesson, There is Only One God. Okay, the image I have on display is from a anime series I watched in the past. Of course, being this truth, I reflected on this particular series. This series was released on October 6, 2007, and it ran for 2 seasons, ending on March 29, 2009. The title of it is Mobile Suit Gundam 00. Director is Seiji Mizushima. Sorry, I don't know Japanese, trying to pronounce it the best way I can. Basically, this is a mecha series, anime series. Came out shortly after I went through my separation/divorce. And I spent a lot of time coming home, and it was for free on YouTube, so I would sit back and watch this, and just an after work series for free to watch. You just sit back and unwind with this. But Gundam goes back, I want to say into the late 70s. But it's one of the most popular anime series running in Japan. But basically, this particular series had this individual by the name of Ribbons Allmark. And he's the one sitting with his legs crossed right there on that couch you see on this image. And so just recently I had purchased the film because it was released, I want to say a couple years after the series had ended. And it was going over a recap on the special features section of the Blu-ray. And it came across just recapping what had happened in the series because it's been so long since I watched it. And right here I had to pause it because it said talk about Ribbons Allmark, the guy sitting on the couch, talking about a man who believed himself to be a god, meant to guide mankind. And I was it's time for a lesson because I was just thinking about Esau and him being in that same position, thinking he's a man, believed himself to be the most high, meant to guide mankind. And basically this Ribbons Allmark dude was doing the same thing Esau was doing, manipulating both sides into this particular war. The Gundams, or the good guys, were the ones trying to end all war, to establish this utopia. And they were unaware of this third party manipulating both sides of the conflict. Okay. And also, he was trying to advance humanity into deep space, number one, and also to undergo a transhuman process. And we know where that's going, with this whole Charagma, or this mark of the beast, as we know is the RFID microchip. So it's kind of interesting that this series brought all this out. But it's an anime series. It's from Japan, but of course, they being of the seed of Ammon, they would fall under the Psalms 83, enemies of Israel. Okay. But Esau Edom is going to be the number one on that list, being the so-called white man. And this is his whole agenda, okay? And you can read about that in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 4, being Esau being the man of lawlessness, because the laws, statutes, and commandments were given only to the nation of Israel, which happens to be you blacks, Native Americans, Latinos, who make up the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, I'm going to bring this out. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 4, and it reads, Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. And that is what Esau Edom has done. He's painted in the iconoclasm during the Renaissance period, painted the images of the Most High so it could look like him, painting the Son of the Most High, who you English call Jesus Christ, who in real life's name is Yahweh Shai, who was in real life in the flesh and the blood, came as a so-called black man and with white woolly hair. All right, so he has iconoclast those images, and as well as the angels, if I haven't mentioned that as well. Okay, and he also feels as though he can, just like the scripture just says, he feels like he can be the Most High. He can also travel in the deep space, which the elect will eventually be able to do by reproduction and bringing forth back the seed of Israel, which is the 2/3, which is going to die on this side. But he feels as though, and that's why he spends billions of dollars trying to reach out into deep space. One, so he can escape his punishment, and two, he can escape his extermination. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 13 reads, "For thou hast said in thine heart, I will send into heaven," and heavens would be the heavens, or the in the deep space or outer space. "I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High." Okay, so he's trying to extend his rulership and extend his throne past the stars of the Most High. Stars of the Most High will be mainly the elect of Israel, also the tribes of Israel. Reading on, "I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north." Verse 14, "I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High." And we know the clouds will be the chariots. And he wants to ascend above them, be more powerful than the chariots that are coming with salvation. The main chariot is going to lead with Yahweh Shai, who's going to come and deliver his elect along with the 1/3 of Israel. Okay, reading on, "I will be like the Most High." Okay, so basically, Esau needs to come under the realization that there's only one Most High. That's why I titled this lesson so. Just as a reminder, okay, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, okay. And to back that up, you can go into the Old Testament, which I'm about to do, as well as the New Testament. I have two scriptures from each. Okay, Isaiah chapter 44, verse 6 reads, "Thus saith the Lord, the King of Israel, and his Redeemer, the Lord of hosts, I am the first, and I am the last, and beside me there is no power." Okay, you see that? So the King of Israel is the head only power, or the Most High, only one God. Okay, and the mediator would be Yahweh Shai Mashiach. Okay, the one you eagerly call Jesus Christ. To back that up, and go back into the New Testament. We're going to come back into the Old Testament. Let's go shoot forward into the New Testament in 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 5. 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 5, and it reads, "For there is one God and one mediator also between the Most High and men, the man Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai." Okay. And okay. So, and now also the Most High has also backed that up. If we go back into the Old Testament, we're going to go right back into Isaiah. And we're going to go into the 46th chapter. And we're going to go and start at verse 9, and we're just going to read verse 9. Isaiah chapter 46, verse 9 reads, "Remember the former things of old." Talk about the past, because they always tell you, oh, forget about the past. But no, the Most High says something contrary to that. "Remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High, and there is none else. I am the God, and there is none like me." Okay. Let me read that again. Isaiah chapter 46, verse 9 reads, "Remember the former things of old, for I am God, and there is none else. I am God, and there is none like me." Okay? All right, so I'm just going to end it on this, because I always like to end my videos on a good note with some type of silver lining, and there is light at the end of the tunnel. So in other words, there is a happy ending. And back into the New Testament, we're going to go in Ephesians chapter 4. I'm going to read down to verse 5. Ephesians 4, starting at verse 1, reading down to verse 5, talking about the unity in the body. Verse 1 reads, "I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech you that ye walk worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called, with all lowliness and meekness, with long suffering, forbearing one another in love, and endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. There is one body and one Spirit, even as ye are called in one hope of your calling." Okay, let's talk about this. Whatever you've been called to do, we're all going to be in a low stature and totally meek, and got to go through this long suffering. speaking to myself first and foremost. Just gotta just bear it, okay, and just take it joyfully, okay, and just understand we have to all be under one doctrine and one belief and one faith, okay. And verse 5 is going to bring that out. Verse 5: one Lord, one faith, one baptism, one power and Father of all, who is above all and through all and in you all, okay. Just ended on that. But this, as far as the series is concerned, I just totally forgot about this Ribbons Allmark dude. Forgot about the villain and how he controlled both sides. Forgot about his desire for transhumanism, which happens to be the same thing Esau Edom wants to do with this Charagma, aka the RFID MOTB microchip. Okay, and also him wanting to be the Most High. All right, and him, escaping into outer space and doing things and so forth. Okay, it's just showing those correlations and things of that sort. If you haven't seen or familiar with Gundam, it's going to only be this particular series where you're going to see this Ribbons Allmark dude along with the film, I believe. Haven't finished the film, but I finished both seasons of the series. I just wanted to share that. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, who gives me the strength and the spirit to continue to strive and endure in these last days. Shalom to the hopeful elect, and on to the next video.